Hi, everyone. We hope you're having a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're going to be discussing the good news surrounding the New South Wales 190 state nomination from our registered migration agent, Guru. Hi, Guru. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, Sachi, and hi, everyone. Thank you so much for coming back to our session. I'm going to cover a few points and then I'll discuss something about New South Wales as well. First of all, hello, everyone. Sat Sri Akal and Namaste. So please come back to us if you have any questions at the end. All right.
Great. And so before we move on to some recent updates, we do have some commonly asked questions that I'm sure everyone is wanting to know about. And so we'll ask those first, Guru.
Yep,
so
sure.
First of all, how does New South Wales nomination work for the 190 visa?
All right. So first of all, I would like to start with sort of what exactly 190 visa is about. This is a permanent residency visa. It's no difference between visa 189, which usually people here, and between 190. The only difference is that in 190, people do get invitation from the Department of Home Affairs and from the state or the Union Territory. And it is an invitation-based program, and basically your skills should be in one of the lists, which is MLT SSL or STSL, which is medium and long-term strategic list, occupation list, or short-term occupation list. And the successful applicants do live permanently there, so visa gets granted for permanent basis. Now, when you ask about New South Wales nomination work, it's basically it runs on a selection-based invitation process. And highest ranking. So highest the points you have, the greater the chances of getting invitation from them for the nomination. And invitation rounds do occur on time to time, but they don't have any set criteria or set time frame for any of the invitations. When are they going to happen? But they do happen on regular basis. So there's basically invitation rounds do get considered on the basis of expression of interest, which is also known as EOI. Which gets lodged by the applicants. And there are three main criteria which they look at it to be able to filter the options and then see who all are going to be invited. So the first thing is that how many points does the person claim? The second thing is English proficiency. The minimum proficiency is 6 bands in each. That's as per the IELTS score. But higher you have, greater the chances are. The third thing is how much experience or the work experience does a person have. So these are the three main criteria on the basis of what they decide the ranks of a person. So yeah, this is what it's about the invitation process.
Great. And so are there any minimum eligibility requirements for applicants?
Yes, they are. I mean, New South Wales actually they used to have very tough requirements earlier, but it is very great for everyone whosoever is already living there in New South Wales. They do have some requirements, but at the moment it's very relaxed requirements. So I'll read it you and then tell you something about it as well. Basically, as you know, the basic requirements as for the Department of Home Affairs, that has to be met anyways. That is, first of all, like you should be under 45 years of age. English language requirement, that is, you must be having minimum 6 bands, that is competent English level. That is the basic requirement. You must have 65 points of your own. I mean, when you consider visa 190, that means you get 5 points getting sponsorship from the state. So basically, even if you have got 60 points of your own, that means you are still eligible because you can add 5 points to the 60 points. That makes total of 65 points. That makes you eligible to apply for New South Wales 190 visa. This is what are the main basic requirements for the visa requirement. For New South Wales, Sachi, I'm coming to this point very clearly now. For the New South Wales, the eligibility is at the moment that you should be living there in New South Wales. Now, very precisely, they haven't actually concretely mentioned or particularly mentioned anything about how long have you been living there or staying there. There is no such criteria for that at the moment. They are very relaxed. As long as you're living there and then you demonstrate that you have got a genuine intention to keep staying there, keep living there in New South Wales, then you have got higher chances of getting invitation from them. For that, you basically have to provide the various documentation, various proof of how long have you been living there. For example, 3 months, 2 months, or a year or 6 months. So all whatever time you have been living there, you have to just show demonstrate that you have been living there generally, and you still have got genuine intentions to stay there after you get granted the visa. The good thing about New South Wales nomination 190 is that you do not have to have any work experience, which usually most of the states expect that person should already be working there for such a long time of 6 months, 3 months, or a year's time. But in this case, you do not have to be working there. Even if you are not working at all, you are still eligible, as long as you have got a positive skills assessment in your hands. So positive skills assessment in your hands, and you are living there, you become eligible for applying for visa 190 nomination.
Great. I'm sure that's a lot of good news for lots of people listening. And so when do the applicants get contacted by New South Wales?
So once the expression of interest is lodged, then, as I mentioned to you, higher the points are, better the chances are. So they get nomination invitation from the state. And then once the state nominates you, you get an email from them. Then, okay, we are happy with your profile. Then we are nominating your occupation, nominating you to come over here. Then you get 14 days time to apply for the visa. And that is how you apply within those 14 days. Just get ready with that. And then, it doesn't take much time for them to grant you the visa.
Great. All right, so those were our commonly asked questions. So thank you so much for answering those, Guru. And so we've had some great outcomes from the recent invitation rounds by New South Wales here at New Edge. Yeah. And that's why it is such a hot topic right now for everyone listening. Are you able to shed some light on this, why it's become so popular recently?
Okay, that's a very good question. I'll share something with you, some little bit of information about the data or the number of places they have nominated. New South Wales was actually allocated 3,550 visa spots allocated in the year 2020 to 21. That is up until June 2021. But as we all know that because of the pandemic situation, the things didn't go well. So that's why not many of the visas were granted, and most of our offshore people couldn't come over here because of the the international borders restrictions. So just to share with you, the month of March, New South Wales has granted 205 visas for visa 190 category. And out of basically, New South Wales has granted 568 visas so far in the whole year, despite they had been allocated so many numbers of visas, but they couldn't grant those many visas. Out of those, so 30 basically they have got their own skills occupational list, which has got 39 occupations in there in total, which mainly covers engineering background, IT background, or medical background. So I'll read some occupations to you so that you can get an idea what exactly what sort of occupations are they expecting or they are granting the visa to. There are 7 occupations they have selected or put it in this category into their occupation list, which belongs to IT sector, like ICT business analyst, system analyst, analyst programmer, developer programmer, software engineer, ICT security specialist, and there's one more. So there are 7 in total, and 16 from the engineering background, like civil engineering technician, civil engineering mechanic, civil engineer, mechanical engineer, aeronautical engineer, etc. And rest are from the medical profession, covering mainly registered nurse. So like they are very type of registered nurse, like for example, aged care or palliative care. These sort of nurses categories are there, but they are all registered nurse categories. So 39 sector occupations are there. And recently, our consultancy managed to get visa nomination and business analyst and system analyst. And there's one more, I think, developer programmer. So there are 3 different categories for which we have got successful nomination for the people who approached us and took our services. So
great
if
news
you know about
here
it.
at New Edge. Yes, definitely.
Yes. Yeah, and in a very short span of time, they got nomination for that.
Yes, definitely. I think one of them was done in 2 hours, which is quite amazing.
That is quite amazing, and the person was very happy.
Yes, very happy indeed. All right. Well, thank you so much, Guru, for your time today. If anyone listening has any more questions, feel free to give us a call or send us a message, and we can be sure to help you out. So thank you very much, Guru, and we hope to see some more nominations come through as well.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Sachi, and thank you so much for taking me onto the session. And I believe that my information would have been helped many people who really are looking to get into this kind of category of visa. Please feel free to contact us. We are always there to help you out, to assist you in every possible way. Thank you so much. Sat Sri Akal. Namaste. Thank you.